All right, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to welcome all of you to this study into your chemistry, which is your central science. So we are going to focus on different aspects and speaking into your module. And I hope all of you are able to see the textbook which has been put on the screen, which is chemistry, the central science. So we are going to explore using this textbook, which is one of the most powerful actually textbook in the world. So it's a 14th edition, just in case you are wondering which type of edition is this one. So it is the 14th edition, and we are going to see, you can see these are different experts. So you've got Brown and others who have compiled this document together. So what we're gonna do, I'm going to just today to give you maybe an introduction so that you get acquainted to the study. And I think you can see there, I was giving you, so you can see it's by the different types of professors there, doctors, and so forth who have compiled, the documents together. So you've got Theodore, you've got Eugene, you've got Bruce, Catherine, and so forth. So these are the different experts, and you can see they are coming from different universities, and they have put the documents together. And especially if you are studying from the University of South Africa and many other universities around the world, which are using the same type of a textbook. So it's going to be of good use. They put something there and it's missing. Now that's very, very interesting, I actually get so much excited when they put a page, then they said to you, missing. Why is the page missing there? Why is the information missing? Well, it is missing because you are the next, experts. We need, for instance, the information that's going to pop out of, the 21st century. So we are expecting you, the young people from different parts of the world. You are the people supposed now to compile the information, for the missing page. I mean, we've got Professor Theodore, you've got Catherine, and so forth. But where is the Jackson Impala? Where are the other, experts in the field? So this is our page, our new discoveries in future and so forth. So I want all of you to begin to see why this page has been left blank. It is for you and for me to fill the information there. So you can see there, as I said, today I'm giving you an introduction to our students whose enthusiasm and curiosity have often inspired us, Now, I'm interested in the way they have first, they have put the word enthusiasm, then curiosity. I mean, that's how science is born, It is a science, it's a study which is born out of curiosity, out of investigation. You want to find out different types of phenomena and so forth. So as you compile, your documents, this is a very important, these are critical aspects, in terms of gathering your information. So we've left that chapter, in fact, that page blank for you. It's a missing. So because it's missing, so we are looking for this part now. Your enthusiasm, that's your zest, and also your curiosity. So how do you feel the information which is missing in that page? Let's continue. You see, this page intentionally left blank. Now, what does this mean? It's a big invitation to our students who are in Asia, a big invitation to our students across the great continent of Africa, a big invitation, to our students in Europe, a big invitation, to our students that are in the USA or in America, both North and the South, then invitation to our students who are in Australia, New Zealand, and so forth. So this page is for all of you. I can say it's for the rest of the world, especially for the upcoming scientists, upcoming professors, upcoming medical doctors, and so forth. So you've been given, presented, with a blank check. It's up to you to see what are you gonna fill in and so forth. So your introduction, you can see there in your brief contents in your preface. So you can see it starts with the introduction to matter, energy, and measurement. So we're going to look into those topics, of matter. What is matter? Yeah? What is matter? So we're going to look into that. What is energy? We're going to explore that. Then looking into issues of measurement. So you can see from chapter 1 or from page 1 all the way to page 42. They are dealing with issues of matter, anything that occupies space and just got mass. Anything that occupies space. Did I say anything? Yeah, anything, including my phone. It could be anything, including my jersey. It could be including my teeth. Because say anything, I mean anything that occupies space. Now, what is this space? It is the universe. I mean, the universe, that's our massive space, and we've got different smaller bodies, which you can call maybe your planets, including your planet Earth and so forth, So we look into issues of matter, issues of energy, which is the ability to do work and so forth. Then looking into the importance of metrics, metrics, which is measurement. Meaning you engineers, you scientists, you have to measure everything. When you put, for instance, the chemicals as chemical engineers, you need to do a lot of measurements. I mean, we don't want to kill our people out there. So take note of all that. So you see then into chapter 2 from page 42, we are going to dive into the atoms. So we shall be at the atomic level and looking into molecules. So that pushes your mind back to your periodic table of elements and so forth. And also the aeons or ions. So we're going to look into that from page 42 all the way to page 82. Then page 82, which is your chapter 3, we shall look into issues of chemical reactions, then reaction, also looking into stoichiometry and so forth. Then chapter 4, those are reactions in aqueous solution. We look into that. Then thermochemistry. I'm just going through, we are not actually going to waste much of the time there. So please take notes of the different aspects, you see, that we shall be looking into this wonderful textbook. There are also issues of electronic structure. So we're going to dive into the different aspect of the electrons, electronic levels and so forth, which in fact, if you have done a lot of chemistry, in terms of the foundation, I believe by now you're going to understand all those different aspects. Then going into the periodic properties of the elements, I think the different elements which have been presented on the wonderful table, which you call the periodic table. I hope you are picking and understanding all those things that we shall be looking into. Then we've got the basic concepts of chemical bonding. Chemical bonding, I think that's what makes the world going. I mean, everything that is around us because of chemical bonding. For them to make, this thing that I'm wearing, for you to see everything behind me, because things that need to bond. Because, I mean, when you look into an atom, in its simplest form, they've got to have some sort of linking. Then we shall look into maybe the different types of bonds. Again, that's another critical aspect, whereby you look into the different types of bonds that are presented before you. What type of a bond is this? Those are questions we shall be asking ourselves. By the way, I even forgot. You need to subscribe to this channel if you're going to want to expect more videos, and we are going to put a lot of them. So I think this is just a start as we are beginning. We anticipate that in future, we are going to upload a lot of stuff, to make your chemistry and indeed other modules, very, very simple and so forth. So we shall look into issues of chemical bonding, molecular geometry, and bonding theories. So those are the shapes. So we shall look into the different shapes of molecules, what type of a shape is this? So when you guys are going to your laboratories and so forth, when you work, you need to begin to understand some of those, basics. And we shall look into issues of gases, liquids, intermolecular forces, the forces between those molecules. So we shall look into the intermolecular forces. I'm very excited. You need to know what type of a force is working between the type of molecules that you are dealing with. Then solids and the modern materials that you see, how did they construct, maybe for example, Dubai, how did they construct some of the skyscrapers around the world and so forth, So we look into all those important matters as we continue looking into why is chemistry considered as, the central science. So we shall see why is it so central, in our universe, that the life of chemicals, you can look into the type of the food, everything that is around us. They're made up of different chemicals and so forth. I hope you are picking and so forth. So I don't have all the time, So you can see there some of the chapters. I hope you are able to see them. So maybe possible you can make them bigger. Yes, so you are able to see. So go through all these topics, chemical kinetics, to do with the energy. We shall see how the chemicals, they begin to dance, when you put them maybe in a furnace, maybe you are a miner, you are dealing with the purification, So we look into issues of chemical kinetic, what type of energy do they possess? Then properties of solutions, different types of solutions, chemical equilibria. That's very important, especially if you are working in the food industry, you are working as a, pharmacologist, maybe as a pharmacist, the mixing of medications and so forth. So look into that issue, then the acid, the base equilibrium, then additions, aspect of the aqueous equilibrium, the chemistry of the environment, I mean, I'm getting excited. These are very powerful type, of topics that you are seeing in front of you. So we must begin to understand the different types that have been presented. Then the nuclear chemistry. I think you know the issue of nuclear energy, creation of different types of weapons, which is actually nonsensical. We shouldn't be making weapons as if we are animals to kill each other. Why can't you promote the issue of peace, instead of making nuclear weapons, atomic bombs, and so forth, guns, and so forth? But of course, we need to learn some of those stuffs that you begin to see how we can maybe use this thing to our advantage, maybe into the nuclear power stations and so forth. So we look into all those. Then you can see in the beginning, you've got mathematical operations, properties of water, thermodynamics, and so forth. So that is it in terms of the introduction. Once again, they tell you this page intentionally has been left blank. Why? Because of you. So you are the cause of this page being left what? Blank. They want you to fill in some information. As you see, beautiful pages popping out for you there to show you the beginning of the matter. So in our next lesson, we shall consider chapter 1, which is Introduction to Matter, Energy, and Measurement. What do? We sign off, but don't forget to subscribe, to like, so that anytime a video is uploaded, you'll be able to see what has been uploaded on this channel. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Ciao. So it's still busy recording me when I thought I was done. Okay. I can see that it's still recording. It didn't stop. There we go.